Nathan, here we are, the eve of destiny, shall we say? What's the last week been like after winning in Aberdeen and looking forward to Sheffield this week?
Yeah, obviously, last Thursday was an amazing night, and it was much needed, wasn't it? Let's be honest with you. It was kind of do or die. Managed to pull it from somewhere, and just glad no one could hit doubles against me in the last two games. But obviously, yeah, very, very happy with the win. And to be quite honest with you, I've done absolutely nothing this week. I've not practiced. I've not, you know, I've just kind of just chilled at home really with the family. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm refreshed and I'm ready for a big night tomorrow.
Look, you know what you have to do: win the first game, and you know it's done.
Yeah.
Is that the plan? I'm guessing you don't want to be like it was in Aberdeen a few years ago, where you had to sit and wait in the hotel and watch nervously.
No, I want to go and win the night. I'm not even thinking about just winning my first game. I want to go and win the night. I want to finish third. Simple as that. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm being greedy or anything, but there's another trophy. There's another 10 grand. There's another 5 points up for grab. Simple as that. I'm not gonna go. I just want to win my first game. I'll be happy with that. I'm there to win the evening. So if we're going with that mindset, hopefully I won't even think about the situation that I'm in. I'm just there to win a tournament tomorrow night.
Those near misses you've had in recent years, have you used that as motivation over the last month or so to make sure you don't have that feeling again?
100%, yeah, 100%. Like I say, the last 2 years finishing fifth. I think last year was maybe a leg difference or nights won, and obviously the year before, Gezi beat me in the final game. So yeah, it's not nice, and I kind of touched on it last week in the interview where every year, well, it's normally Van Gerwen to be fair, he's FaceTiming me, wish you were there, lad, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it'd be nice to possibly do it to him the next week.
You touched on there. If it goes the way that you want it to, are you going to drop him a cheeky FaceTime from the practice room next week?
We'll see what mood I'm in, and we'll see how he handles it. But I'll certainly don't. I'll give him a buzz. But I think yeah, I'm not that type of guy. They could do it to take the mick, but yeah, I'll be concentrating on my match, not taking the mick out of players.
You touched on finishing third there. Again, part of that you'd miss obviously Littler in the semi-finals. Is that a big thing for you as well? Would you rather play him in the final?
Correct. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and lie. Everyone knows my record against Littler is absolutely abysmal. So I'm well aware of that, and I've got I have some really good games with Humphries. There's no dispute with Luke. Luke Humphries is still as good as Littler, but I could struggle against Littler to close games out. We've seen it the Premier League season, and it's really annoying. But yeah, I think if I could finish third and play Humphries, then if I made the final and it was Littler, then it's one game, and who knows? I could get me that monkey off my shoulder in the biggest game of my career against him.
And all being well, you're at the O2 next week.
Yeah,
Can you take anything from your previous Premier League finals nights at the Rico and Milton Keynes or not, or is it completely different?
absolutely squat. I think the final I played against Glen Durant, I played in front of two security guards and a barmaid. So I can't put anything at all from walking out in the MK Arena to 20,000 at the O2. there's no, yeah, there's nothing.
Nathan, all the very best tomorrow, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Hi, Nathan. Last year you went into that straight shootout in Sheffield on the back of a few defeats. This year you're going in on the back of a nightly win. It must be a really different feeling for you.
It is, yeah. The confidence is sky high, if I'm deadly honest with you. I've had a great 2 months. Winning my first Euro tour, backing up with a final, first nightly win in Manchester, a final on the Pro Tour, which is something that I do not do because I'm rubbish on the floor. And then obviously winning last week, the confidence is through the roof, and I'm playing some really good stuff. My throw is getting better week in, week out. So there's nothing to be disheartened about. I'm in a very good place, and I'm taking the game to Michael at the moment, and I think he knows that I've won the last 4 games. I know I've won the last 4 games. Let's make it 5.
Yeah, psychologically, do you think that head-to-head record recently could have any bearing tomorrow night? And is all the pressure on Michael?
I don't know. I would have said 4 or 5 years ago, probably not. But we all know Michael's not the same animal as he was a few years ago. So, and I think he looked really nervous on Thursday, even bullying up before the game. He just didn't look his usual confident self, and all the pressure's on him tomorrow. Yeah, there's pressure on myself, but he has to, even if he beats me, he's got to go and beat probably Littler or Bunting, then probably a Humphries or a Gezi. So what he's got to do to qualify is a tough asking. I've said it all week to a few of my mates. If it doesn't go my way tomorrow and I get beat off Michael first game and he goes and wins the night, I will literally go, fair play, mate. You've done to do what you've done under that amount of pressure. Fair play to you, mate. But I know that's not going to happen, so that conversation will never have to take place.
And if you were to get over the line and get the job done tomorrow night, would that rank among your proudest achievements, given everything that you've had to battle against recently?
I wouldn't say. Nah, I'd be buzzing. Obviously, it was a dream of mine to get to the O2. I stated that last week. It'd be right up there, but nah, not the proudest moment. The match 38's unbeaten, but I think if I qualify and then won it, that'll be tough to beat.
Cheers, Nathan. Thank you.
Hi, Nathan. How much confidence does last week's win over Michael van Gerwen give you heading into this week?
Yeah, loads. I think you put a flip on it, like the Luke situation. Every game I'm playing into Luke now, I'm putting so much pressure on myself just to get that win. Whereas at the moment, I know I've got Michael in my pocket a bit at the moment. You know what I mean? I've beaten the last 4 times I played him, so obviously beating him again last week in such an important game, going into this week, which is yet another important game. I feel like I've got the upper hand. I know I did it last week. He knows he lost that game last week, and he's had a week to dwell on negatives, whereas I've had a week to think about the positives from last week. So, I'm certainly in a better headspace than Michael at the moment going into this game.
Do you think it will play a part on MVG's mindset going into it?
I don't know, because I don't know where Michael is at the moment. Honestly, I don't know where his head's at, where his game's at, how he's feeling, how confident he is, how down he is. I don't know. Michael of old, it wouldn't have bothered him at all, but I don't know where he's at the moment. We all know he's not the same guy, but he's still Michael van Gerwen, you know what I mean? So he could turn up there, and we've all seen him do it, average 110 for the night and smash everyone off the board. He's still capable of that. Hopefully he doesn't. But yeah, he's definitely got a bit more pressure on his shoulders than myself.
And just lastly, how much of an achievement would it be, considering everything that you've been through and the disappointment of the last 2 years, to make it into the playoffs?
Yeah, honestly, it'd be amazing. All the criticism and the scrutiny from the darts fans and pundits and a few other people that I shouldn't have been in the Premier League. I think me and Gezi have proved our worth, hands down. Not just the way the things that we bring to the stage, but the performances and the results that we've been getting all year. Been an amazing campaign for both me and Gerwin Price, and how funny would it be if me and him made the final? That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
Nathan, just a couple from me. Obviously, we know that the 2 Lukes are the world's top 2 at the moment, but you've always spoken so highly about Michael and said for you he's still the man to beat. So going head-to-head with Michael for a playoff spot, that must get the juices really flowing.
Yeah, of course. Every time I play Michael, I feel different every time I play Michael compared to any other dart player in the world that I've ever played. Because he's the guy that I aspired to be when I first started playing darts, and now I'm playing the guy in the Premier League. I'm beating him quite a lot recently as well. So it's an amazing feeling to have that connection and to get that buzz around playing Michael. But yeah, I'm still a darts fan as well, don't forget. So to walk on that stage in a do or die game against probably one of my idols, it's special.
And you mentioned obviously the head-to-head record against Michael, and having beaten him so recently last week, how much of an impact could that have tomorrow night?
I don't know about him, but certainly for me, it's making me go into it with a lot more confidence. You put the flip on it compared to last year where Mike Smith beat me, and then I had to play Mike Smith again the week after. You're going into that, don't play like that again, Nathan, or whatever. I'm just confident because I beat him last week. So it's different to last year. I'm the Mike Smith this year. No, I beat him last week. So hopefully history repeats itself and I do the same job tomorrow night.
And last week you said you had 3 dreams in your career, and that was to be a world champion, to play for England, and to play at the O2 Arena. And you're so close now to achieving one of those dreams. Just try and put into words what it would mean to qualify tomorrow night.
Yeah, it'd be, like I say, a dream come true. The job's not done yet. I alluded to this on Thursday. Everyone knows what's at stake and what I need to do. 2 points, simple as that. But I don't just want to win that game and then just go, happy days, I've done it and whatever. There's another tournament to be won tomorrow night, and I'll go and win it. And who knows, I could finish as high as 3rd. But yeah, certainly it would be a dream come true. And I think because also I believe this Premier League has been the most competitive one, well, certainly I've ever played in. I'd probably say in the last 10 years. So to finish in the top 4 after all the scrutiny I got, it would be right up there.